Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. By now, we would have all have heard about the 5 gunmen that were shot and killed by the police in the Jacksonville area of St. Andrew yesterday, Monday, July 21st. But as you guys know, when you come over here, I don't just scratch the surface of a story. I dig deep, gather as much information as I can from as many sources as I can, unpack it, dissect it, analyze it, contextualize it, and also state what implications such an act or incident will have for the future. Well, here we go again. I'll begin by first giving you what was the breaking news, which came on at about 1:30 on Nationwide News Network yesterday afternoon. I think the speaker is George Davis. Listen.
2:25 p.m. on this Monday, July 21, 2025. So following through from the story we carried earlier, Robian Williams, our reporter on location, the picture is becoming a bit clearer and we felt it necessary to give you the information as we have it. We can tell you that the police are confirming that yes, 5 men were shot and killed at a house on Jacksonville Road in the political constituency of Northeast St. Andrew, but in terms of the police division, it's St. Andrew Central Police Division. St. Andrew Central Police Division. Police are confirming 5 gunmen shot and killed. We're also being told by law enforcers that 4 illegal firearms have been seized from the scene or recovered from the scene. 4 illegal firearms. The word from the police is that they've cordoned off the area to comb the area because when the confrontation between the police and the gunmen broke out, men ran in different directions and they're not sure if other illegal guns were dropped in places or if other men who were shot in the exchange but they've not been located yet. But what is for sure is that 4 guns have been taken up by the police and that 5 men shot and killed. They're still searching the broad area to see if those who fled during the exchange of gunfire, if anyone is wounded or worse, injured, and if there are other guns to recover. We understand that it was an intelligence-led operation that took the police to the location, an intelligence-led operation that caused the police to zero in on this residence, and from there, commands by the police not obeyed, and a challenge was thrown down. The police responded, we're being told, and that's how these 5 men were killed and these 4 illegal guns recovered. The area remains under surveillance. The police say they are combing the area to ensure that nothing is left behind, and as soon as it is appropriate, the all clear will be given for vehicular traffic to again access the area. But yeah, intelligence operation in the St. Andrew Central Police Division has led to the killing of 5 men in a confrontation with the police.
And this, of course, was the preliminary report which happened less than an hour or so after the incident. Now, if you have been listening to the various news reports on this incident, one of the things that should stand out to you was they keep saying it was an intelligence-led operation. And indeed it was. As a matter of fact, it was even more than an intelligence-led operation. Because, let me tell you something. There's a saying, don't work hard, work smart. And the police now go door to door again and kick off here and walk up and down and look for gunmen. And just walk up and down and can't find them or know where them there. They are now using intelligence. And when I say intelligence, in both sense of the word. In other words, they are using their intellect. And they are using real-time analytical data gathered from many sources. Now, one important thing to note. The house in which these gunmen were killed, none of them lived there. The premises was being used as a temporary lair for gangsters. In other words, it was merely a staging point where these gangsters would meet up and leave from there to go commit a specific act. And to be more specific, 3 of the men who died were said to be from the Red Hills Road area and 2 were from Denham Town area. Or to be more specific, 2 of them were from the Western Kingston Police Division. Not quite sure if it was Denham Town. So, the question is, how 5 men gather together, go to a premises in an area that they were not familiar with, to a house that did not belong to them, and was using it as a staging point to go commit a specific act, because I can tell it was a specific act, but I won't go further than that. The reason is the police were working smart. It was the police who arranged for them to be on that specific premises. Instead of the police go hunt them down one here, one there, and make the rest of them run where them here say one get bite or so, the other figure it out, one get bite over there so, and so on and so forth. Them say, no, here is what. We need to get all these men in one place. Like I said before, this was more than an intelligence-led operation. The police are now working smart, not hard. And I have some really useless but juicy information coming up. Stick around. When the police went to the premises, they knew exactly how many men would be there and exactly what they, the police, were supposed to do. And they followed their script perfectly. Now, I have the name of 3 of the men who died, but I was told not to release those names. Specifically because there's a reason why not one of the men who died there name has been released, if you don't realize. Normally once man dead, 5 man can dead and not police don't release one name. But there's a reason. Or as we would say, there's a method to the madness. There are others who the police was going to hunt down and get out within the next 24 hours. And if certain names were released, it would give some other people who were being targeted a heads up hours before those raids would have taken place. But I guess over the next 2 days, we will see all those names coming out. Because the killing of these 5 was only one segment of a 2-pronged operation. Whether the second prong is or will be successful, we will know shortly. And guys, I want you to listen to this little clip. There was a gardener from next door, the premises where the shooting occurred. And when he heard shot of fire, my man get low, him get flat. Like what blood fire passes say, get flat. This is what he said to the media after the incident.
When me get it on nice and when me look, cause some mango, me say me I go pick up, and when me look, me just hear blah 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 blah, and I have to run. Really have to run like thief. Then the boss come and say the block off here, so that's why I come out here now. Because I see movements, I see it look like a police. Working here for about 26 years. First, this is something like this. Because when me hear a gunshot, me I say upscale community it is. So this is a normal thing. So it have to be police or something. But it's very scary. To be honest, very, very scary. And I could have get killed with these stray bullets.
Now, here's a very useful piece of useless information. Up to yesterday, July 21st, the security forces had killed 184 gunmen. And this is statistics coming from Indicom. And this figure is 101 more than the 83 individuals killed up to July 21st last year. Up to this time, it was only 83. Up to this time, it's 184. This represents a 121% increase in police fatal shootings when compared to the similar period last year. And so far, 22 has been reported in July alone. Of course, the numbers I'm giving you, including these 5. Because the police statistics, they kind of drop. So these 5 kind of bring it up back to the real number where we really want. So 22 killed in 21 days of July. So we're still doing 1 a day. No, and yeah, happy with that. And it's working. Because murders are going down. Now, I haven't had a chance to look up the most updated murder rate in Jamaica, but I can say this. less people have been murdered in 2025 compared to any year in the past, but going back nearly 30 years. So I don't want nobody come tell me that there's not a strong and logical correlation between the number of gunmen being killed and the number of and the low murder rate. This is not coincidence. Coincidence don't last 7 months straight. No, it's not a fluke. This shite is real. I can tell you guys straight up, none of these killings that goes on now by the police, no, I wouldn't say none, but very few of the current confrontations with the police in which gunmen died, was it random. It is detailed, methodical, and selective. That is called working smart, not hard. As this story develops and the men who died are identified officially, I will carry some more story on them, because there are other things I have to say about this that I cannot say at this point due to its sensitivity to further police operations. So for those of you who have not yet subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will get this updated information as soon as it is released. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.